Hello, friends, and you are friends. Welcome back to On Top of the World, or welcome to On Top of the World if this is your first time listening. I'm Joshua Hadley, as always, and I'm joined by the man in the hour, the man with the power to shoot to be sour, the woman spit the madrigal, Dolan, you still know what's coming yet?
Hello. Hi. I'm Justin. That's Josh. Hello.
Hey, how's it going? There's a lot to talk to. There's a lot to talk about today, and we're excited. Next time you listen to the show, or next week we're gonna have Robo Plays Atari, streamer on the show.
On to talk about spoopiness. You can go follow him on the YouTubes and the Twitch.
Man, I didn't even know he was on YouTube. He didn't tell me this.
He does like little short clips on YouTube.
I need to research the guy when he's a guest on the show. I'm not really angry, but I'm gonna check it out. So you guys on it too. So we normally start talking the big stories today, and the biggest story of all, new TNA World Tag Team Champions Heath Slater and Rhino. They beat Mike Bennett and Matt Taven for those titles on Impact. Anyway,
I didn't even know Mike Bennett and Matt Taven were the champions.
Wow. Anyway, so Russia, they don't actually own Ukraine, but they decided. Well, they're saying, "Oh, we annexed these parts with their fake vote." They do that vote. We mentioned this. I don't know how detailed we got. They had a vote for the people to have their country annexed by Russia, and when they were forced to have this vote, the Russian soldiers went to their houses and said, "Here, vote," and they got the guns and everything. It's not quite like how democracy works in America. Yeah, there's a little bit of pressure to vote a certain way, if you get what I'm saying. Anyway, the vote happens. Russia says they won in a landslide, and now Putin, who's pooping, as my friend Justin Belanger likes to say.
I do like to say that.
He's decided this country that I'm saying is now Russia, that's not really Russia, is gonna be under martial law. It's pretty shitty of him. Although Ukraine's still pushing back, but now Russia is droning them. They bought drones from Iran. I guess they don't want to use up their missiles or whatever, so they're doing drone warfare. And they're not as good as the United States drones, so you can hear this thing coming before you are killed. I don't know if that makes you feel better, if it makes it feel worse if it were happening to you, but that's the situation.
And we're not talking about Mike.
Yeah, how do you feel? Like, you hear a buzzing noise and you figure, alright, this might be it. This is the drone, baby. And they're finally gonna get me.
Well, you know what they say, and by they I mean I say. I'm always trying to die, baby.
True. I don't know if we have any other updates on Russia. They're getting their... Oh, what? Well, right now they're recruiting from their jails and their homeless shelters, so, not quite the same program the United States has for drafting people. Not exactly what we do. So they're recruiting people they're nabbing people from homeless shelters, from prisons. And Putin says this is only a lot of people are worried about this. I mean, we talked about the two people that escaped Alaska the other week. Well, Putin says this is only gonna last a couple more weeks. I don't think so, because now they're trying to push back into Kiev. I've heard, and I don't know too much about warfare. I've read The Art of War, but that doesn't make me an expert in anything. heard other people say they really shouldn't be trying to push into Kiev. It's just if we're taking these new recruits and just sending them in as cannon fodder, it's just, Putin started playing this like a chess game, which I don't think he ought to be doing. Or I'm just going to sacrifice these species to try and win, and let's see what we can do. But he ought to be taking these people and just trying to hold what he has right now. Analysis of what he's doing says it's not going to work. So as this genius I quoted earlier, Putin be poopin'. He's pooping the bag. He's shit the bag. Well, he's gonna do it. He's in the process.
Yeah.
And
do be pooping.
And as we said, or I don't know if he even said this, he made sure to do the missile strikes after the bridge got destroyed, just so that to make himself look good. He doesn't want to look like a big loser in all of this. I think he could took a different route, but this is what he's decided to do. So I think that's enough about Russia. So your man, Ted Cruz, do you know what he did? Do you know what he just did?
First of all, he's not my guy. Okay.
Well, he probably lives like across the street from you or something.
I'm pretty sure he lives in Cancun. Okay, first of all. Second of all, what did he do?
So he put money into his own campaign back 10 years ago, but he was only able to get some of it back because there's a law saying if you put money into your own campaign, you can only get this amount back. Well, the Supreme Court has just decided that rule, we're lifting it. We're going to allow you to take more now. And Ted Cruz has decided to pay himself $500,000. That's what he did there. And
that seems like a Ted Cruz move.
Ted Cruz move, and unfortunately, he's probably one of the more brazen people, but this is a whole systematic problem. We just point out Ted Cruz did it because he did. It's time to take money out of politics, like we said last week, and unfortunately, we're going in the other direction right now. How far are we gonna fall before we decide this is not something we need to do? It's not something we've always had done, and this being a clear example, like we're going backwards instead of forwards with this sort of stuff.
Yeah. America is in many ways going backwards, and this is one of them.
So where'd the money come from? Because his campaign has to make money. So where'd he get that $50,000 from? Was it from Saudi Arabia? Was it the oil companies? And he said, "Okay, great. This law has just been passed, so I could give myself the money now." Like it's. We don't know how unbelievably corrupt it could be,
Yeah.
It's awful.
Terrible.
These people, they're not servants. They're not, being a member of Congress for them isn't like servitude at all. They're making a profit off it, and I think that's wrong. If they want to make some money, they all get paid whatever Congress gives them, which is a lot of money anyway, and they could side hustle like us, like Matt Gaetz and his Twitch streams.
Yeah,
that's what I think. No more of these like
Ted Cruz needs to start doing hot tub streams to make some money.
Does have a podcast, although I don't think I'll ever listen to it. Well, he's your neighbor. Why don't you have him on this show?
Because I don't want him, and also because he lives in Cancun.
All right. I'm gonna check the timer. Okay. What other political happenings have been going on?
You didn't give me an itinerary this week, so I don't know what we're talking about.
You looked more into this than I did. So Michigan, what's going on? I have to remind myself and look at the meme. So in Michigan,
All right, yeah, they're passing a law. What
there
the
it
hell
is.
was that
Yeah.
about? Something shitty. Oh, right,
So
like parents can't like help or like support their transgender children.
here's the headline, and I'll click the link. Republican lawmakers introduce bill to put parents who support their trans kids in prison for just supporting
For
their
life.
kids. So what does support your kids mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like oh, you're supportive of your children. Like be. Like, what's trans to conservatives? Is it like, oh no, they're Satanists or what? Like what the hell is like? This is so screwed
It's like
up.
it says in the legislator thing for on Michigan government page, the person knowingly or intentionally causes serious physical harm or serious mental harm to a child. So I don't know like what they consider serious mental harm in this scenario.
Wouldn't be
Uh,
unsupportive be the reason to jail them? But
the
like,
person
I don't think you should fucking jail a parent because they don't support something exactly per se the way you want them to.
knowingly or
That's the
intentionally
unfortunate
consents.
thing. But now that they're trying to help, they're like, oh yeah, jail him. What were you gonna say?
The person knowingly or intentionally consents to, obtains, or assists with a gender transition procedure for a child. For the purpose of this subdivision only, person means a child's parent or guardian or any other person who cares. Yeah, all that stuff.
There's so much hoopla around this, and people who are trans, they ultimately decide like, yes, they are trans, and most people who transition, there's a handful of people, and I say a handful because the number is 1% of people who regret the transition, and that's less than like what you get for plastic surgery or other medical procedures. So 1% of people who transition regret it. I mean, why are we treating this like people are destroying their lives if they decide to become trans? It's stupid. Like, what were you gonna say? What was your point on this? I think I
I just think
interrupted
it's
you.
shitty.
Yeah, it's
Well,
shitty.
I already said the thing that you interrupted. I finished that, but yeah, it's. I was just reading the legislator thing here, but yeah, so it's this thing in like helping them transition. Says anything about like actual sex change operations as well as like testosterone
No one's
uh
no one's having the
stuff.
sex change operation until they're an adult and they could talk to a person about that. You can't just willy nilly fucking. Well, they could get circumcision easy as when they're a baby, but you can't just cut the whole penis off.
Mm. Cross sex hormones. You can't help with that. Testosterone or other androgen given to a biological female in the amount that is larger or more potent than would normally occur naturally in a healthy biological female.
Here's the way I have to look at this. I'm not a fan of giving children hormones, but I'm not a medical professional at all. So I'm gonna let the doctors do their job. Well, I know nothing really when it comes to that. To say if the doctor decides that's what's for right for them, then that's what they ought to do. You know.
Mm. They got like they're using words in this like that they later on go on to define because it's one of these legislative things that they define stuff. Like so they're using words like cruel, which they define as brutal, inhuman, sadistic, or that which torments, which is what they're calling parents supporting their trans children.
Man, I can't believe these people.
Yeah.
It's
So
it,
fuck you, Michigan.
and it's only a thing because they don't have any real arguments for the economy to actually fix anything. They gotta go to like we're gonna put people parents who support their children in the jail. That's awful.
Mm, terrible.
Um, see, this is some other things that happen. Oh yeah, your boy Herschel Walker. Turns out he's a real cop.
Why is he my boy now?
Well, I know you watch the NFL. You gotta like him.
He was in the NFL?
But he was a big NFL star. You know, he made a couple of touchdowns, so you know that makes him the shit.
I thought he was a shit because he was an actual real life cop.
So his cop friend gave him a badge. So he never had any police training or anything. He got this badge. I didn't know if it's one of these badges they give away to celebrities or whatever. I heard about that, but in a debate, in the middle of the debate, this is brought up, and Herschel Walker pulls out the fake badge. It talks about being a real, like he's a real cop. Like this guy's got brain. Like, you know, I'm laughing, but you know he's done it to himself. Yes, this guy's got brain damage, and he shouldn't be running for Congress. Sorry, you know that's my opinion there.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this?
Yeah, I agree. It's clearly something is off, very off, and like that's not somebody who should be running for a fucking political seat. If you just fucking pull out a fake badge in the middle of a political debate and you're like, "Yeah, I'm a real cop, fuck you," like you probably should not be in the debate.
Yeah, you know that's absolutely how I feel about that too. Shouldn't even be running for Congress. Unfortunately, the race was close, but now it's going toward Warnock. Now that you know some of the controversies has come up, like we talked about Herschel Walker having
paying for the abortion
paid for. He's so pro-life. The only time you can pay for you can have an abortion is when it's inconvenient for you. Any other reason, like incest or whatever, like you get raped, no exceptions. But yeah, if you really can't have the baby, just pay the money. And
if it's inconvenient for you, the father, then yes, that's
I don't even think that, you know. Honestly, we're probably wrong here. It's not if it's inconvenient for you; it's just inconvenient for him. If it's for you, you probably get arrested.
Yeah. True.
That's probably how it's gonna work. You know,
it's inconvenient for him or somebody who is friends with him.
As the old saying goes, "Do as I say, not as I do."
So I can't just go around showing people a fake badge and tell them I'm a cop?
Yeah, I think that'll get you arrested.
Oh man,
impersonating a police officer.
Yeah. Unless I did it at a national fucking stage during a political debate, then suddenly it's not a crime.
One more story before we move on
right.
to channel updates. It's happened again. Child incest victim denied abortion in Florida. This girl, her family member, she's all right, we don't know her age or anything, but we know she's a teenager. She was in middle school. She lived in Florida. She got pregnant by her family member somehow.
So she was in middle school. She was probably like 12 or 13, somewhere around there.
Fuck.
Maybe 11.
I didn't want to think about that, but yeah, it's awful.
Yeah.
And so Florida has a 15-week ban. You know, if you're pregnant for more than 15 weeks, then you can't get the ban. I have like conservatives debating me on IMDb saying, "Well, how did she not know she's pregnant?" Like so people don't understand their bodies completely, and you know we all experience things differently. You know how, you know what? So she for a couple of weeks she doesn't know what happens, and she might have even got misdiagnosed by a doctor who thinks she's just having stomach pains, and she misses the 15-week mark. So what? I mean, here is what happened. She had to go out of state to get an abortion, which is bullshit. But yeah, you know, if she couldn't do that, imagine if there was a 15-week ban all over the nation, or what the conservatives really want to do. They are, you know, we said this on weeks before. They say it's about states' rights. No, they just want to outlaw abortion. They're gonna make up any bullshit argument as to why they can do what they can do. But the ultimate goal is a nationwide abortion ban. So if they had it their way, she wouldn't be able to go out of state to have an abortion. She would have to go find someone, pay him a couple $100, get a wire coat hanger, and we're gonna take care of that thing. That's what would have to happen. So what conservatives want makes abortion unsafe.
You know what this reminds me of?
What's
that documentary, that real life documentary on Hulu. I think it's called The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, I actually read about that a little bit, but not too. I thought about watching it, but can you talk about it more?
I haven't actually seen it, but the bit here though is that it is not not actually a documentary, but with the way that fucking America's going, it could be.
Oh man,
it fucking could be.
Damn it, Janet.
I know Jeff watches it. Maybe we'll have him talk about it next month when we're trying to dodge his babies fucking screaming during this podcast.
True. Well, I think that's enough politics for now. It's been a couple minutes, so let's do some channel updates. What's been going on with Gopher and Tuck?
Not really anything I'd be big to say this week. Just continuing with the Halloween stuff.
Nothing great to say yet, Abdullah. Wasn't that fantastic? You finally played.
Abdul finally fucking played Dead by Daylight with us, and I bought the second, because apparently there's 2 Resident Evil packs in the game. But I bought the second one on stream because I wanted to use Ada Wong.
Oh yeah, on Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, because I like me some Ada.
Was it the first game there was another person that was also Ada Wong, or was that the second one after you did that?
I think the second one after I purchased the thing, there was a second Ada.
I immediately thought when I saw that, I immediately thought it's like Gopher went to a party in a nice looking dress, and then someone comes into the bathroom with the same exact dress on. It was like that situation, and I remember oh, you're there, Ada too.
Today as of this episode going out, there will be a Resident Evil 2 stream on Twitch where we start the Leon second run, which we should be starting today and then finishing next Thursday, and then after that it's just Halloween stream, 24 hours. I'm gonna play The Quarry. I might play fuck's the game called? There's a game that just got added to PlayStation Plus, like premium dealio. The Medium. That's another horror game that's available there. It should be short enough that I can complete both of them and still have some extra time. So maybe I'll play some Dead by Daylight as well on the Halloween stream. I don't know, but 24 hours of that, and stuff's happening. As I've been mentioning on YouTube, and not really anything more than that. Just continuing on with the Halloween stuff.
Hell yeah, my dude. As for me, I gotta look through my stuff and put more stuff up for sale for my site. So if you want to buy anything, www.joshuajhadley.com. Get a hold of me on Facebook, where most of the things are listed still. I'm thinking about listing things in a better way, individually, so that there's more listings and you can look at specifically what I have instead of 360 games. Let's look at the pictures here. Maybe that'll be a helpful way of selling these things faster. I don't know, but I'm definitely going to go to eBay for the more expensive stuff because it's not moving.
I'm trying to sell my fucking Xbox One on eBay, but I don't know if I can, because apparently you need a checkings account to fucking
Even though they own PayPal, but they can't trust their own service or whatever. I don't know.
yeah. So I don't know. I'll have to maybe find a different way to sell that.
Ask your neighbors.
I don't really talk to my neighbors, and I also don't think any of them play video games.
Man. Alright, yeah, so I'm reading this book now, Get Good with Money by Tiffany Elise, the Budgetnista. It's really helping me. She was a teacher before. Well, she is still a teacher. She teaches finance, how to budget and whatnot. I'm going through a book. It's sort of like a school assignment. I've been really enjoying it. Well, I've been enjoying some of it. She specifically lists one of the things you have to do, and I have it. I actually have it here. Um, let's see. I'm going through the book, and there's a very funny part where I think where you go through your savings, and it says, "All right, here's the part where you bring out the tears and tissues, ladies and gentlemen." So that's the flavor of the book. I think it's a lot of fun. Well, teaching me a lot of stuff. I've just finished chapter 1, which is step 1 of the budget plan. I've calculated the last I've totaled the last 6 months of my income up and put it on a document. I've started making a budget binder. I have a nice fun picture on it. She said you have to do something like that so that you want to look at it. So I do that. I'm continuing. Well, I got back into Knockout Home Fitness, and I'm getting back into trying to lower my waist size. And I will have more things up for sale. I'll have if you're interested in Super Nintendo games, I have them priced. I will take pictures of them this weekend, and you can buy those if you like. Doom for the Super Nintendo is pretty bad game, but it's interesting to have. That's the reason I bought it. And the same goes for Super Noah's Ark. It's very rare, which is why it's $200. I've mentioned that game before already. Although for now I'm keeping my final Super Nintendo. I thought I had 3. I actually had 4 of them. The last one I don't have a controller with, so I have no way to test if it works all right. And I think I do want to keep one Super Nintendo for myself. I'm gonna watch a video on how to clean an NES, and I got some bronzer to put on the part. I have to clean the part. I have to open it up and clean the part where the game cartridge connects to the console. And when I clean that, I won't get that annoying blinking that happens at the start when you try and play a game with the NES and it's dirty. So that it'll be good for a while. You could also just replace the part, but it's easier just for me to clean it, and I don't have to spend money because I already got bronzer to do that. That's all my updates. I think it's time to get some questions.
Yeah, let's answer some fan questions.
All right. I'm opening up the emails here, and we got one from your favorite, Muffin Man.
As per usual.
White Man. We know Gopher and Tech is really a criminal enterprise, and I'm wondering when the government finally gets onto you, and you go to jail, and they give you the death penalty, what would your last meal be? And why is it not ice cream?
Last meal. I don't know. Like, that's something that I couldn't really say because it would just depend on what I'm in the mood for when they ask me. Yeah. Like there are a variety of possibilities, but so it's like they bring the last meal to you, right? Like you can't go somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I couldn't go to like a fucking Brazilian steakhouse where it's all you can eat steak. They would have to just bring me something. So I don't fucking know. I would probably something from some restaurant that I like, but it would depend on what I'm in the mood for at the time. Maybe some Texas Roadhouse. Or it could just be like fucking Taco Bell. I don't know.
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd go for that. But
Cinnabon Delights.
Why not? but he's got a second part to his question. Why not ice cream?
I mean, it could be ice cream. I don't know that if that's what I'm in the mood for when I'm about to die. If not, then it's because I wasn't in the mood for ice cream.
Well, there's your question answered, Muffin.
Yes.
Keep calling him white man. I like it. This is from Patty in Ontario, Canada.
Ooh.
Dear Gopher, I can't wait till the Pokemon stream next year. Personally, I have a problem of being nervous around people, so I'm wondering, what's the largest crowd you have ever been in alone?
Alone, okay. Well, first of all, the Pokemon series is going to be a series on YouTube, not a stream. It'll be pre-recorded stuff. Alone. See, when you were saying what's the largest crowd you have ever been in, I was going to say WrestleMania, but then I was there with you, so that wouldn't be alone. Yeah. Although we did get separated in that giant mass of people.
But we found each other.
Yeah.
So it's out for a little bit. That was true.
Maybe the Poppy concert I went to this year. That was, I think, like a couple thousand people. So that probably would have been the one that would have been the. And I was like right up against the front, like right in front of the stage, because I got the VIP tickets. I got to go in early, and so like there were people just all fucking over me, like all behind me. I was like squished in there. It was a great experience, but also very uncomfortable. So that probably would have been the biggest one I went to by myself, biggest crowd I was in by myself. And I got to take a picture with her, where I did the Triple H pose, where where he like points at her. I did that, a very awkward version of that, but yeah, I did that. So that's on the Instagram picture of that, as well as a couple pictures and videos from the concert.
Man, that's cool as fuck. I don't remember if we even talked about that in the podcast.
Yeah, I don't think we did. That was the second concert I ever went to. I went to the first one with Casey, my sister, so it wasn't alone. Although that one, the Ninja Sex Party one, might have had more people, but it was a pretty similar amount of people though. And so the Poppy concert was my second one. Maybe you and I will go to a concert next year.
True. This is from Candy in Syria. Dear Gopher, I'm a new fan. I really been enjoying the stuff and hearing the podcast. I'm curious, do you wear pants in Zoom meetings?
And I always wear pants, except when I'm like in the taking a shower or shitting.
Right now I'm in shorts.
Yeah. I exclusively wear sweatpants, like all the time. I don't feel comfortable not wearing pants, and I also don't like shorts, and I don't like fucking jeans. Jeans are.
No wonder you're hot all the time. You're fully clothed.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm not comfortable, like just sitting around in underwear or nothing. It feels weird, so I'm always wearing some sweatpants.
Whenever it's like late at night enough, like maybe 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I like locking everything up and just laying around in my underwear.
And that's in Alaska.
Well, how come you gotta do it in Texas?
So it's uncomfortable. So it's being super hot, but that's.
Oh yeah, I realize being super hot would be uncomfortable. All those people just staring at you all day, like I can see it. I can see it. Well, thanks for the question, Candy. Hope everything goes well in Syria.
Wonder if that's her real name.
You don't think that's her Christian name?
Maybe. Wonder if maybe her last name's also Candy, so she's Candy.
True. That'd be fantastic. I think we're ready for the games.
The games.
So we play this weekly Bluffing Gopher. I have 3 news headlines. 2 of them are real. 1 of them is made up by me. I will read them off with the subheadline if there's such a thing on with it. And I will Gopher has to guess which one I made up, and if he doesn't, he dies, and we get the next we get the next Gopher from the production line.
Yeah, I the previous Gopher was on a good streak, but I believe he died last week.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Because he thought I was trying to get him with a pun, but I'll teach him.
I mean, that's, all the Gophers have pun PTSD. So.
First headline. Loaf Saber. California baker crafts life-size Han Solo out of bread. Co-owners of one house bakery in Piensa, California spent weeks molding, baking, and assembling the Star Wars creation.
Out of bread. Okay.
A life-sized bread, so it'd be as tall as Harrison Ford. I can't believe I forgot that.
So it's
name for a second.
so it's like the cryogenic freezing thing, I would assume.
Does it say that here?
Because like that seems like the kind of thing like it would be like that kind of color.
Sense. That would make sense.
That would make sense if that's the case. So I can see that being real.
Second headline. Black Hebrew Israelites and the cult of Trump joined together to recognize him as the Messiah.
Oh.
The Black Israelite movement has grown a lot of popularity now that Kanye West has made statements supporting the movement.
Oh, Kanye. Call Trump as the Messiah. That's maybe.
Alright. Third headline. Anti-woke superhero movie blows up in $1 million con. The film was based on a Confederacy-themed superhero comic book character created by a right-wing blogger, but then the money disappeared.
Okay. Anti-woke superhero movie. Blown up in a $1 million con. I mean, if there were people who would do that kind of thing, it'd be right-wingers. It'd be Oh, God. So I definitely think the first one's true. Han Solo bread dealio. That seems just ridiculous enough that you didn't make it up. Plus, I can see it working with the cryogenic situation. Either the anti-woke superhero thing or the Trump black Israelites or whatever it was. Black Hebrew.
I'm doing a big bonk right now.
I'm gonna go with the Black Hebrew dealio calling Trump Messiah situation.
You got it?
Yeah. Fuck you, Kanye. You're not getting me this time.
Maybe it will be true next week, and we'll also have to kill you.
All right, living through this one.
Well, big controversy in video gaming. So Bayonetta 3 is coming out, as we all know, and the voice actress, I'm gonna get her name here. Goddamn.
I know it was replacing
Helena. So Helena Taylor went on Twitter, said she was only offered $4,000 to renew the role. She threw shade at Jennifer Hale, who I really love as a voice actress. She was perfect in Mass Effect 3. Did a really good job in the other games as well.
Yeah, we actually talked about this in the Kingdom Hearts 3 recording we did yesterday, because Jennifer Hale was brought up.
Yeah, and finish the story off. Apparently, it's been revealed now. Well, so I'll actually continue the story. Helena Taylor, she said she was only offered $4,000 to renew the role for the third Bayonetta game that's coming out. She threw shade at Jennifer Hale. She said, boycott the game, don't buy it, and apparently she has lied about the situation. Jennifer Hale, okay, yeah, well, you say something on this.
I'm not sure what the case is. I haven't been like paying full attention to it, but like I heard that like people are saying that she tried to act like it was only 4,000 she got for the whole thing, but then like it may have actually been 4,000 per session, something like that. I'm not sure, but I don't really know like how much voice actors get paid in general, so I don't really know what's good or bad for that. I just know Jennifer Hale is the one who's going to be replacing her. And this is yet another voice acting controversy with the whole Crunchyroll situation still going.
So, Jim Sterling, when this first came, the first came out before we knew Helena lied. Jim Sterling came out and said, if you want to boycott Bayonetta 3, no one has the right to tell you what to do with your money that in a way like that. So if you want to boycott the game, but you would have to boycott every single AAA game because all the workers are taken advantage of by those large companies. That's just the truth. So you gotta boycott the next Legend of Zelda game.
Yeah, it's basically one of those like no good consumption kind of deals.
Yeah,
like no ethical consumption.
Yeah, well, at least from the AAA titles, because they all have these sort of policies and they all treat their workers this way. So yeah, no Nintendo games, no Rockstar games,
Sony,
no Ubisoft games, because they're gonna fucking take advantage of their workers and have what should be a sex scandal and just get away with it. So no Ubisoft, no Rockstar,
it's none of the big AAAs.
no Activision, no Epic Games, no. Let's go on and on. If you want to boycott these companies, that's fine, and just buy independently made games. That's cool. There's great indie games, but yeah, if you decide to boycott Bayonetta 2, you gotta boycott. You have to boycott all the games, basically. So
the games.
If you go that far, go ahead and shame people. You're the fucking city on a hill. You're that person. But I'm planning on buying Fire Emblem. I'm gonna get the next Legend of Zelda. I might get Bayonetta 3. Maybe. I enjoyed the first game. I gotta finish it still, but I find it
I haven't
enjoyable.
played them yet.
I
know TJ's still getting it.
Yeah, the way we change things, we could do it that way, but we also need to change the government policy, which we're all for. We think there should be a higher minimum wage. We think unions should be stronger. If Helena Taylor's problem was with her union, she should have talked to them. I don't know what exactly happened, but apparently she's lied about what the offer was, and she wanted. It makes sense that she would want some of the things she's asking for, but she didn't disclose that. It's been out though. I don't remember what it is, and I'm fine just moving on from the story. Is there any more thoughts you have on this?
Not really. No, I've never played the games.
You never played the games?
Never played the games.
Let's see. So, since we're talking gaming, you must have seen the clip. I'm gonna, I don't even know if you saw it, but I'm gonna show it to you. So Hans Zimmer and what's his face, Sam Sevian are playing a chess game, and in the middle of Hans's move, Sam takes his king, rips the cross off the king, throws the king back at him. Hans calls in the arbiter to get his time back. for what happened. Did you see this?
It's chess related, so no. Let's see. So he sent a video. So
Let,
Jimmy picks up hands.
let's watch at the same time. How about that?
Okay. Let me know when you are.
I got open Twitter. Actually, I can't play it on Discord. All right. All right. I'm gonna rewind it, so I'm at the start. So I'll press play when you do.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, play.
All right. So he's stretching, and he's gonna do it. He snatches his king, so that's Hans's king there. And he's like, "What the hell?" He rips the crown off, the cross, like I said. He's sending him a message. He throws it out back at him, and Hans is like, "What the hell, dude?" And like he's saying, "Yeah, let's go step outside if you have a problem."
All right. Well.
Yeah.
All right.
And we don't see it in that clip, but Hans calls over the Arbiter to get his time back. That was wasted on this controversy. So Hans Smoke Neiman just cannot escape controversy in the chess world. It doesn't matter if he's creating it or someone else does it. He can't get away.
Can't escape it.
And I didn't watch a whole video on this, but I did see the news. Hans is now suing Magnus Carlsen, Chess.com, and Hikaru Nakamura for millions and millions of dollars for saying he cheated. He did cheat in some games. We at least know that, but I think this is more of the insinuation that he cheated over the board.
Mm.
And
dang old cheatins.
Oh, cheatins. See. So Bray Wyatt is back in WWE. What did he think of his return promo?
I did watch it because people were talking about it, and yeah, it was. I liked it. Really emotional stuff. Not what I expected, but in a good way.
Yeah, I'd say that too. I think I saw the parts of the promo on Main Event, and I really, I am disappointed that his OG song is gone. That is such a classic song, and they took it away. But at least, what I hated Bray's promos before because he'd just say a bunch of nonsense. But this was great. He was being himself here. He wasn't being some fucking cartoon character. I thought it was fantastic.
And there was a thing at the end with like Bray in a mask appearing on the Titantron. Kind of gave me vibes of a certain character that I have some experience with, known as Mirage, in the sense of like, for those who don't know, it's a character who had dissociative personality disorder. That's what it's called, or identity disorder. And so I kind of got vibes of that, where it's like it looks like it could be Bray and the other version of Bray sort of having a thing.
Wait, so they're doing the Abyss storyline with Joseph Park? So you wanted to clean it up and say that, but I know what's really going on here. You were copying TNA.
Mine was before TNA. Mine was before the fucking Joseph Park thing.
You say that.
Because it's true. When did the Joseph Park stuff happen?
Like, was it 2015 or 2016?
Yeah.
2015.
Mirage stuff was like 2010, 2011. I was there first, TNA.
But I thought the Mirage gimmick was like supposed to be like the Black Scorpion, where every heel is like the Black Scorpion for a match or two.
Not quite.
Oh, anyway, Bray's back, and I actually liked it. I was worried before, but I think he was great. Hopefully they don't ruin this with some shitty storyline. I don't know. Like, hopefully he's not set on fire again, or there's no more. I don't know if he ever did the Matt Hardy teleporting, but we don't need that. Yeah, and so on the other side, in All Elite Wrestling, Tony Khan has been running away from real reporters. Have you heard about this?
No.
See, I gotta bring up the names here to get the thing. I have them right here. So Ariel, let's see, Helwane, Ariel Helwane, who works for Sports Illustrated, I believe, or ESPN. I can't remember which one of those companies. He was trying to get an interview. He was interviewing Tony Khan, and it wasn't like the typical wrestling website, wrestling media interview where they, basically, it's not really hard hitting questions. Ariel asks all the uncomfortable stuff right away, like what was one of them? Asking about Punk and whatever. And Tony Khan, I guess he escaped to the bathroom to end the interview, and Ariel wasn't too impressed with that.
It reminds me, like, vaguely that the other week in NFL, I forgot who it was, but one of the wide receivers was carted off the field, and usually that's like a bad injury. It turns out he was carted off the field to go take a shit.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
that's the way to do it.
Fuck yeah, I like that. See, that happened in AEW. I guess I haven't seen much on this. Is Adam Page injured? Is that what's going on with him?
So he got clotheslined by Moxley, and like it hit him a little too hard, and I think he got a concussion, but it seems like he's okay now. He was like knocked unconscious. He like the way he landed on his face. It seemed bad. But like it seems like afterwards he was checked on, and seems all right. He tweeted about it, doing his usual funny shtick on Twitter. He seems all right. It was just a scary moment.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And I've been watching Main Event, like I said, and I've been watching Dark. Can we have, please, Tony, please no more Brandon Cutler. God damn, he's the worst wrestler right now. I mean, I guess I say that because I don't see Matt Hardy wrestle anymore. I don't watch the main show. But please, no more Brandon Cutler. Come on, cut it out, dude. Do you just want to you just feel happy that when you do that to me, you pain me, Tony, when you put this man on your YouTube show? Please, just fire him. Let him work backstage. Let him put the ring together. Something else than like have him wrestle. Dog, damn.
I don't really know much about him as a wrestler. I haven't really seen much of him wrestling, but I enjoy him as the Young Bucks lackey.
He can do that. Don't put him in the ring. Dog, damn. That guy tries to act like he's over like Jimmy Valiant, and he could dance around in the ring and just get away with that. No way, dude. Like, he can't do that. Like, that's bullshit. Well, my mind went blank for a second. The second episode of Bleach was out. I seen that. That was pretty cool. Continuing the storyline. So Waco Mundo is being taken over by some dude. I can't remember his name, but he's an asshole. So, the start of the episode, a guy was laying down talking to him, and the main guy says, "Why the hell are you laying down? Like, when you talk to me, I'll be sitting up." And the guy's like, well, he lost his arm, so he has to sit his ass up with his arm gone. And he's like, I'm just in so much pain. And he decides to kill him later on. That's the flavor of this antagonist. Um, I really enjoy the show. We got more of the old characters, which is cool. Um, wish Holly Bell wasn't tied up and we got to see more of her, but whatever. She wasn't the most important character before, so there's no reason to want your favorite freaking characters to have more time. But that's just how it goes sometimes. What anime have you watched?
Just all the ones I've been saying. They're still going. Spy X Family. Let me check the TV time. Spy X Family, Raven of the Inner Palace, Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer, Bochi the Rock, The Little Lies We All Tell started, which I enjoyed a lot. To Your Eternity's finally coming back for its second season. I'm very excited for that. More Than a Married Couple But Not Lovers. Any more? Shinobi no Otoki, and of course Chainsaw Man, and Do It Yourself. So all of those, and I got one coming next week. That's based on a mobile game, I guess, called Arknight's Prelude to Dawn. Never played the game, but looks good, looks fun. So yeah, a whole bunch of anime, and I'm enjoying it all.
Hell yeah! What's your favorite one right now? Of all of these new shows you're watching,
So Spy X Family was my favorite when it first came out for the first core, during that season, and it's still up there for this one. Still really enjoying it. Raven of the Inner Palace has been great. Bochi the Rock has been great. Little Lies We All Tell is only one episode in so far, but that one's really good. Let's see, Do It Yourself, Chainsaw Man, of course, it's very hard to pick a favorite right now. I would say I like Shinobi no Otoki and More Than a Married Couple But Not Lovers. I like those two, but they would be the two that I would easily say aren't my favorite. But all the other ones have a strong case for it at the moment. Oh, and not Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer either. But that one's continuing from the last core. A lot of good anime that I'm watching.
and we've also been watching the horror films. I've seen two movies that were listed as horror, but I didn't think they were particularly scary. There was certainly gruesome scenes. I watched The Crow, and Brandon Lee. He died the same way as that person that. No, yeah, we did talk about this last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I only seen one horror film. We talked about The Crow last week, so I was gonna watch another horror film, but I couldn't find the Vincent Price movie I wanted to see, so I just did something else instead. I did watch one horror film, Snake. Well, not even a horror film. This, like I said, it was listed as a horror film, and it wasn't particularly scary. There was suspense for sure. There was some gruesome scenes. I never got scared or anything, but that's typical anyway of these films. I still get creeped out by The Shining, but I've got scared by John Carpenter's The Thing one time, and now I know what's gonna happen. So it's not like it spooks me. But this was the first time I seen this film. It wasn't scary, but I enjoyed it. Snake Eyes with starring Nicolas Cage. So he's he's not a boxing promoter, although I guess he might be the way that world works. He owns the building, so he does help promote it. The fight turns out to be fixed, but we don't know that until after assassination happens. In the middle of the fight, the champion goes down, and someone gets shot to death. And when the shooting happens, the guy who supposedly got knocked out during the fight opens his eyes and is like, "Holy shit!" So that's how Nicolas Cage figures out the fight got fixed. It is an entertaining movie. Very interesting. I had a lot of fun watching it. not an all time classic, but enjoyable film. Like if you could watch it for free, like and you got 2 hours to kill, give it a check it out. Not really scary though. Like I wouldn't call it like I'm not gonna watch this next October for sure because it's not a horror film. Although it was an Amazon Prime that listed it as a horror film, so that's what tricked me. But I know like I try to make sure if they're horror films or not. And another website said, yeah, it's horror, so I watched it, but it's not. What about you? What did you see?
I watched 2 films and a TV show this week for horror. So I took my mom to the movies, to the Studio Movie Grill, where they got food and all that, as a late birthday present for her, to go see Barbarian, which was good, really good. Interesting movie. Did not expect Justin Long to be there, so that was interesting.
That's all.
And then the other 2 that I saw were both Korean. There was a Hansel and Gretel film, which so I've never actually seen, like I never read the original story or like seen any of the actual
I never read it
things.
Either. I just
but
seen the cartoon.
From what I understand, it's like these 2 kids named Hansel and Gretel are like alone in the woods, and they find this house made of candy.
Yeah.
And then like there's a nice lady living there, but then the lady's like trying to get them fat so she can eat them or something.
Yeah, that's exactly
something like that.
On.
So this is not exactly that. This is very different. It was really good. So it's about this guy who's lost in the woods. He finds this house. It's not made of candy, but there is like a bunch of candy and like decorations inside. And there's a family living there. Mom, father, son, and 2 daughters. And it's a strange one. Surprisingly emotional towards the end. I was not expecting to get hit in the feels with the horror movie like this. But the basic idea is that the children are actually not children. They were from like 50 years ago, 60 years ago, something like that, and they were orphans. They were at an orphanage. They were mistreated. And then eventually they're given a book, which is a Hansel and Gretel book, which is where this title comes from, that lets them get whatever they wish for. And they basically been like trying to force adults to stay with them, to be their parents, because they're fucking scared of being alone. So yeah, that's the whole dealio there. Very good movie. And then the show, I'm not sure what it's called, because like when I first saw the thing, it was Nightmare High. But then, like, other places call it Nightmare Teacher.
Oh, yeah,
so I'm not sure which.
That happens with these titles from different countries.
Yeah, Korean. Either way,
different names.
It was short one. It was 12 episodes, and each episode was like 15 minutes long. It felt to me like a sort of more linear and shorter Twilight Zone kind of thing. Every 2 episodes were sort of about a different student at the school. So it was like kind of an anthology in that way, but it was also like an overarching story. And like it just had kind of Twilight Zone vibes about it. Basically, there's this substitute teacher who comes to the school, and he opens this like counseling room, and basically any students that go in there, he ends up making a contract with them that gives them something that lets them like get whatever they want, whatever they're trying to get. But then like it obviously comes with a price, and yeah. And at the end of the second of each, 2 episodes, the student's contract comes to an end, and they end up disappearing. And like everyone who was in the class and all that completely forget that they ever existed. But like the overarching thing is that these 2 students who are like starting to piece things together and realize that people are disappearing in their class. It was very interesting, fun time. I liked it. It was short, like 15 episodes or 15 minutes per episode, 12 episodes. Pretty quick one to get through. So, it was good.
Yeah. Gotta love those anthology films like VHS and is there another series? Like there's I guess VHS is the only one I could think that's a series of films. Like there's obviously
there's like American Horror Story for like shows and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, it's been an hour. Do you have time to play another game with us?
Yes, I do. No recording with Tuck today. That's tomorrow. So.
Never mind. Actually, you already said that. Alright, so we have here the TCM Ultimate Movie Trivia Challenge game. I have 8 cards here from the 8 categories that this game has. There's questions, and I'm gonna ask Gopher one of these questions on this card, and if for each one he gets wrong,
Yeah, it's a different consequence each week.
Yeah, for each one he gets wrong, how about he does a Twitter thread revealing his favorite horror films?
I already did that though.
Oh yeah, damn, that's where I got the idea.
Got the idea from the thing that I already did.
Your favorite anime character? How about that?
All right, favorite anime characters. I'll do a Twitter thread. So like
each of these you get wrong. Yeah,
I have to do an extra character. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was thinking like I saw something like this on Twitter. It was you. It was you.
It was me.
First category of the great films.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. What Oscar-winning film was partly based on its director's exploits as a flyer in World War One?
Step Brothers.
No, it was I think this film was the first Oscar winner. Let me see.
Wow.
Director William A. Wallman included some scenes drawing on his military career in the first Best Picture winner, Wings 1927. Yeah, it was first.
Nice. Can't believe it wasn't Step Brothers.
True. Second category, leading ladies. I know you love the ladies.
Well, especially if they're Japanese.
Let's see. I'm looking over the questions here. Who starred in a remake of one of Betty Davis's bigger hits just before playing Davis's daughter in another film?
Rosie O'Donnell. Lock it in.
Susan Hayward made Stolen Hours, 1963, based on Dark Victory, 1939, which led to some tension when they co-starred in Where Love Has Gone, 1964.
I was close. Rosie O'Donnell was a close answer.
True. 2 anime girls here.
Mm.
Third category, behind the scenes.
Oh, this one I'm always really good at, except for not ever.
What was the first color film on which the cinematographer lit the scenes to show black actors to best effect?
The Color Purple. That's a color film.
Which one?
The Color Purple.
Haskell Wexler adjusted his lighting for In the Heat of the Night to reduce the glare on Sydney. Fuck, he just died. Sydney Poitier's skin? No, let me look at his. Poitier. Poitier's skin. Poitier's skin? Yeah. Great film. I don't care what you say.
Well,
Alright. You gotta get this. The fourth category, directors.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we asked from this one, but... What writer-director wanted to be billed as Judas Booth when he insisted his real name be removed from the TV version of one of his films?
Adam Sandler.
Can't believe you'd say this or do this to me. That was the pseudonym David Lynch requested when Dune was expanded for TV, with the addition for a longer opening narration, outtakes, and repeated scenes.
Let's be honest. David Lynch is basically just Adam Sandler.
Man, he wishes he was Adam Sandler.
True. He doesn't quite have that level of talent.
Man, and he just squanders it all on terrible films. Can't believe
Terrible.
Next category.
He could never. he can never make Little Nicky. Okay, I want that to be stated.
True. Next category: unforgettable lines.
Okay.
Okay. All right. How about this? In what film's love scene does the leading lady urge her co-star, tell mama all"?
Oh, obviously, as we just mentioned, Little Nicky.
Elizabeth Taylor says it to how do you say his name? Montgomery Cliff in A Place in the Sun, 1951.
Shame. Couldn't be as good as Little Nicky, I'll tell you that much.
I don't know. Might be like what inspired Little Nicky. You never know until you see it.
Yeah, it's true.
Next category: supporting players.
Harrison Ford.
Let's see. Who delivered a baby, piloted a plane while almost blind, and died chasing carpetbaggers from his land, all in 1939?
My answer stays the same. Harrison Ford.
Thomas Mitchell in Stagecoach, Only Angels Have Wings, and Gone with the Wind, winning an Oscar for the last one.
Well, he's close enough to Harrison Ford.
Maybe if Harrison Ford was stopped getting so stoned all the time.
Well.
Next category: leading men.
Harrison Ford, again. Lock it in.
Let's see. What actor's passing was commemorated by fans placing a large stuffed rabbit on his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Tragic. R.I.P. Harrison Ford.
Man, really? James Stewart.
Yeah. Wait, so is Harrison Ford not even dead?
No, he's not even dead.
What?
He ain't Mike Canner. Anyway, James Stewart, the rabbit, was a reference to his performance in Harvey.
Oh. Well, there you go. Harvey is another name for Harrison Ford, by the way.
You say that. Well, you got every question. You got everyone wrong.
Wait. Oh, yeah, I was about to say, you gotta get the cult classic.
I'm hyping this up. So you got all these questions wrong, but this last category is your category. It's the one
it is my category.
Got every time except maybe one time when
there was one time I got it wrong. Yes.
Yeah, when ISIS had the mirror and they were trying to move it around so that the sun would put beams of light into your eyes and you couldn't really concentrate. We know that's the reason you got it wrong, right?
Yes.
What action film has characters named Papagallo? Oh wait, did we name this? Yeah, I did this one. Never mind. There's Mad Max 2. There's other questions here. None of the other three were asked. So I'm gonna go with no. Why not Alfred Hitchcock? Which of director Alfred Hitchcock's 1960s films was originally planned as a comeback vehicle for Grace Kelly?
For who?
You ask who?
I said for who?
For Grace Kelly, the woman that he had in his films, and she stopped making movies because she actually became the Princess of Morocco. Yeah, I think that.
All right, can I have a hint?
Let's see. So it's asking for the film. It's a 1960s Alfred Hitchcock film. Let me look at the trivia for this film. Have you ever seen any of Alfred Hitchcock's films? Like
no.
North by Northwest?
I've heard of a bunch of them. I have never seen them.
What?
Yeah.
What about Grace Kelly's films? Alright. Ah, damn. I didn't want to edit. I wanted to see more. Can you believe I did that? God damn.
Oh, you fucking did it. You done did it to him. I can think of a couple of his films that were from the 60s.
Yeah, that's the tail end of his career. I mean, and this is one of the trivia bits. Beginning of filming had to be delayed from November 22nd, 1963 until November 26th because of the assassination and funeral of John F. Kennedy.
It had to be delayed from when to when?
From November the 22nd to the 26th. That's not a real hint, like, but
Mm.
yeah.
Oh, but you said 1963 though.
Yeah, so that's when they started filming it, and the film, here's, I guess this could be a hint, the film came out in 1964.
Oh, it's not The Birds. The Birds came out in '63, I believe. What was the
Yeah, I
one he
think
did
so.
the year after that? The Marnie.
Hey, you got it.
Yeah, I was tempted to just guess some random bullshit so I can get another anime character to list, but I couldn't do that to that category. That's my category.
Can't believe he threw. He just threw. Normally he tries. He doesn't want to give Abdel the damn compliments. He doesn't want to, like, watch all these terrible films, but, like, anime girls, like, yeah, I'm just throwing this week.
Oh, so it's gotta be anime girls specifically? I thought it was just anime characters. But, I can
I'm
work with
sorry,
either.
anime characters, but I imagine,
Oh,
like,
okay.
a lot of them will be girls and men.
Probably, yeah.
Maybe things, like, non-binary characters.
Mm.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure Anya's gonna be one of them from Spy X Family. She's great.
so you're streaming Resident Evil 2, the B stories, Leon's, right? Can you
Yeah.
give us some reminders?
Starting Leon's second run today, as of this podcast going up Saturday. And we should be doing the first half of that today, and then the second half of that, finishing it on Thursday next week. And then, the only other stream I should have scheduled for the remainder of the month would be the Halloween stream, 24 hours, starting midnight in my time, Central Time, on Halloween itself, going all the way to the end of Halloween, where I'll be playing the Quarry. That'll be the last part of the stream. The last, 10 hours or so of the stream will be the Quarry. And possibly the Medium. Possibly be playing that one. And then whatever else I can do to fill in the rest of the time. Maybe some Dead by Daylight, who knows. And that's the stream action for the remainder of this month.
And my sale is still going on. There's several rare video games. They're being sold cheaply according to the prices they're listed on eBay. But I'm fine with just making some money. And if you want to sell these for more, like $50 more for in some cases, that's fine to me. Whatever. I think I'm making a profit off that. Just selling it for 200. Next week, we're having Robo Plays Atari on the show, and it's been confirmed for the. I'm sorry, I gotta check. I know when we're recording, so yeah, it'll be November 20th, I believe. We'll have Jeff on as
19th. 19th is a Saturday.
Okay, I'm sorry. So I got confused. All right, so that episode we're gonna have Jeff, who's been on the Twitch streams.
Yeah, he streams the From Software games with me. We'll be next month, during November, we'll be continuing doing a possibly Dark Souls 3 next month, a co-op video for Dark Souls 3.
So anyone interested, he's going to be on the show next month.
And I assume we'll probably be talking about writing a little bit, because next month is NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month, which he participates in. I tried last year, did not succeed. I got about 11,000 of the 50,000 words. But yeah, I'll probably be talking about that.
Mm-hmm. Where we'll be talking about that.
Yes, and then whatever else.
So thanks for listening, and have a good rest of your day. Tune in every Saturday on the Gopher and Tech YouTube channel or Spotify. Follow us on Spotify. That's more, the timing on that uploads more sporadic. But thanks for listening, and have a good rest of your day.
And make sure you check my Twitter account later today to find out the 7 anime characters.
The 7.
Then there you go. Bye.